Let's bring in Ted Williams, Fox News contributor and former D.C. homicide detective. Ted, thanks so much for joining us. Merry Christmas to you. I want to get a sense of what it's like if you're a federal law enforcement officer trying to work with law enforcement in a sanctuary city.
Okay, let me start off by saying Merry Christmas to you, Rich, and also let me give a shout out, Merry Christmas to my hometown of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Rich, this is the day of Christmas, a day of peace and joy, and yet there's trouble in the land. And the trouble is that the federal government and state and local governments are not on the same page when it comes to immigration. And I can tell you, the federal ICE, they don't have what we would define as a police force. So they have to work with the city, state, and local governments. And when you have a sanctuary city that's not working with the federal government, it creates a great deal of havoc. And I got to tell you, Rich, when you think about it, a woman sleeping on a subway and someone who had been deported twice, Sebastian Zapata, lights this woman up with a lighter and kills her. She dies because she burned to death. We've got to do something in this country to get ICE and the sanctuary cities on the same page.
Do you get the sense that politically things have changed? Either those who are in office are getting influenced by these things, or voters are going to vote for somebody else?
You know, Rich, I think it's the latter. I think voters are going to vote for someone else. Just take Chicago, Illinois, where blacks in that city are really, really upset with the mayor, who seemed to be supporting not only the sanctuary city, but the illegal immigrants that are in that city. And so I think what you're going to find is all over this country, individual citizens, U.S. citizens, they're going to rise up and they're going to demand that these sanctuary cities come down.
You know, you've got cities like New York, D.C., spend millions, tens of millions of dollars to try to help people who have mental illness, who are on the streets, sleeping on the streets. Is there going to be a look at what are taxpayers paying for? What are the results of these programs? And is there an interest in these cities to see if this money is effectively spent?
They've got to be an interest. I think there is an interest. I think citizens are interested in having a safe and secure city. But what we have, and you just touched upon it, is mental illness. We've got many mentally ill individuals that are riding these subways that have pushed people into the train tracks themselves, who, as we've said here, burnt up a woman. And there's nothing being done about it. We get a lot of lip service from the governor of New York, as well as the mayor of New York, that the city is safe and that the citizens are safe. But you cannot feel safe on the subways in New York when a woman just sleeping on a train is set afire, ablaze, and burned to death. We've got to do something in this country, Rich.
Ted Williams, as always, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you and to Lake Charles, Louisiana. Jackie?
Thank you, my friend.